the weapon of choice we dropped.
I used to love the Three Stooges. I swear to God.
So did I. Oh, man, I loved it when it just do the little boop and it hit the eyes and the
Sunday.
like,
He
he defended it. He would go.
It reminds me of they used to run those on Sundays in the 80s. I remember the farmhouse that my mom grew up in, or next to it. My grandma and grandpa would have Three Stooges on every Sunday. Yeah. Like it would come on Sunday nights, like before, you had, what the hell is that? Marty Stauffer would have his thing.
The Sunday night movie.
Wild America.
And then it was Disney movie of the week would come on.
And that was all you had.
That's it.
Wholesome television.
Yeah.
Wholesome
Just some
television.
good old boys. The Dukes would be on after school. I'd watch that.
You know what? Actually, Gunner watches it a lot. Is Tom and Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember Tom and Jerry?
Oh, yeah. Thomas Gerald.
It's the constant chase. And
that's fun.
Yeah, he watches Tom and Jerry a lot. They actually, I don't know what the hell channel it is, but they run all old Looney Tunes stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he watch, I always hear, beep, 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 the little stuff.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell we're a bit fucking stir crazy? We got to leave.
I will say one thing on Larry, Curly, and Moe. When they changed out the Moe.
Oh, it's terrible.
Remember when the Moe was different?
Yeah.
Or was it the Curly?
It was Curly, I think. Yeah.
It was like, it's not the real.
Not the same.
They're done.
No.
I tuned out then.
No,
It's
it's
like
not
the
the
new
same.
lead singer of Journey. Like, you're not Journey anymore.
It's not Journey.
It's not
Yeah.
Journey
But he is
Queen,
good. He is
same
good,
thing.
though.
Yeah, Queen has a new singer.
Yeah.
You're not Queen anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sing, but you're still not. You're not that guy.
You're not him with the bad teeth.
Freddie.
Frederick.
I was going to wear that outfit on drop this year. Freddie's outfit. That's going to be
From
my
Wembley
go-to.
Stadium.
It's actually,
With
they're
the
making
big-
it an Instinct now. I don't know if you've seen that.
You talking about that shows the nipple? It
Yeah.
kind of cuts
Yeah,
down
yeah,
and it's
cut-
just the nipple
Yeah.
shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going
Chest
to do
hairs?
that with this shirt that I have on. For
If you
drop.
come out of the tent one morning with a Freddie Mercury nipple shirt,
You'll know we've been there too
well,
long.
I'm going to, you'll know we got
we've been
snowed
there
in.
too long. We got snowed in. That's what you know.
Do you remember the nipple incident in the locker room back in the day?
Do I remember my personal nipple incident? Yeah, I do. It's still to this day. I got a hard left nipple. Some bitch ain't going anywhere. Look at that.
No, I'm talking.
Calloused.
I'm talking this guy.
Oh, that. I thought you meant
There's two nipple
No,
stories
there's
here.
two. I think
Better
you meant
clarify.
my piercing story
not the
when I ripped
piercing.
it out by accident with my shoulder pads.
No, not that one. The other one, the one where he came around the corner and that guy was in the locker room.
Tom, that locker room. I think you meant a hockey
No,
locker
the other
room. You
locker
meant the
room.
hunting locker room. So we had a lot of locker rooms, a lot of nipples
Yeah.
apparently.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I
remember
could see
that?
the outline.
Yeah.
That was the morning that I was like, he came up talking to me. Yes.
Sorry, I'm going to lose it to this part
Yeah.
because I'll never forget.
So set this up. The
Oh,
locker
my
room at
God.
Valhalla, right?
Hunting locker room.
The hunting locker room.
Early days.
Guiding
Was
days.
set like a hockey locker room, by the way.
It was.
Yeah, it was built like that.
And the locker room is like any outfitter you go to, if they've got that common gear room or locker room, that's like the gathering place, right?
Yep.
That's where everybody goes and tells stories and shoots the shit, and you're all getting ready for the hunt. Well, we were in there aggressively early one day. We used to get there an hour or even 2 hours sometimes.
Sit and drink coffee and decide like where we're going.
What the hell we're going to hunt,
Before our
where
guides
we're
would show
going,
up.
before all the clients
Fun.
came
That's
in.
fun. I want to do that.
It's fun.
Some of the best times and best conversations ever. And best experiences, like the morning when we thought we were going to be just us, and then another hunter walked in, and
Yes.
one of the clients showed up,
Yes.
and he had on a very tight tank top, and
Just as tighty whities.
and
Just because he was going to get
Like
changed
Fruit of the
in
Loom
there.
type?
And this is an older gentleman, so he has the old school mentality, zero fear, like we're at a bathhouse.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
man walks in, like we're at a Russian bathhouse, and he comes in, and he couldn't have been. I was sitting in my locker like this, and he came up and he legged it up next to me to talk on the
we're
next one.
talking right next to
He's
him.
like, where do you think we're going to go? Now I'm here, and I am now right here at dick height, like this. And I'm looking at him, and I looked over at Case. I'm like, you can see the outline. This man's outline was right there in my face.
so up close and personal.
So tight. And he's sitting there, and he's kind of waking up. So he's going like this, and he's
Scratching his
double
nipples.
scratching on his nips.
Double nip scratch.
And I'm like, hey, you got to back the fuck up and get ready. I'm like, you're way too close to my space at 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. It was a bad setup.
We walked out onto the deck afterwards. You were standing there and you went, I mean, I could see his fucking outline.
It was so close.
It was like right here.
But he like leaned in and he was like stretching. You know, he was getting ready for the day and he didn't even think anything of it. But he's swinging Big Jim and the twins around right here in my face. And I'm like, I'm telling you, you got 30 seconds to back up.
It was so
we're
funny.
tight with it. Way uncomfortable.
So funny. But anyway, so that's
I thought you were talking about I got my nipples pierced in Panama City and then ripped it out by accident with my shoulder pads. Now I got a permanent.
No, I just when I thought of that shirt, I thought of the shirt in the locker room that day and the rubbish going on.
Man.
Oh, so rubbish. Funny. He's the same guy. I hunted with him. We went super early. Hunted that river bow stand.
Yeah.
The bow stand was literally like your feet were over the river.
Yeah.
And these deer used to cross the river. You'd catch bucks fighting
Beautiful,
out there.
beautiful spot.
Mm-hmm. To this day, probably the most beautiful whitetail stand
ever.
Like as the sun came up, you're listening to the water underneath you. Like I mean, it was just you're in a great big white pine.
Oh, it was awesome.
The spot was incredible,
deadly.
I want to go there.
We get there so early. I'm talking like way before daylight.
Yeah.
And we're tucked in because, the deer are coming out of two different food plots on like both sides of this river. So we're tucked up tight, deer are feeding off in the distance. I can see everything as the sun starts coming up. And literally, like the lights come on and you're like, here we go. Mm-hmm. And he goes, hey, I forgot my quiver. I said, what? He goes, I don't have any arrows. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
well, enjoy the view this morning.
I'm like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody has a whitetail stand where you get like, you got a window.
You got a window.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be on fire and then it dies until 12 hours later. That's what this was. It was like hot for a real short period of time. So I'm like, I'll try and go back and like we'll make a run of it. And so I climb down. I take like 5 steps away from the tree and I turn and I look and there's a 150-inch 9-point standing there looking at me. I'm like, and there's the deer. Like, damn it. Off he went.
Yeah, you might as well get down. Let's go.
There's nothing you can do. You just get down.
Well, I climb back up and he's like, you see anything? I got back like 30, 40 minutes later. He's like, you see anything when he got down? I'm like, nah. I mean, you don't want to crush his spirit at that point, right?
Yeah, man, I've climbed down lots of times in the best time of the morning.
I've seen you scurry down the back of a tree a few times. It ain't to get your quiver though; it's to drop a quiver.
No, to drop a bunch.
And they're not ACC; they're not small diameter.
No, they're old school 24-15s,
XX75s or whatever they were.
I was in Illinois and we were hunting. It was like the 7th of November. Like the very best day of all time. We get up in the stand and at the lodge the night before we had fried chicken. Oh, it was good too. Hungry. It was an all day set. I ate too much of it.
Yeah.
Got up in the morning real early and we sneak into the stand and you can see in the field bucks are chasing. You can just see them run, but you could hear them going crazy. And the old excitement happens early on.
Adrenaline.
In the belly starts moving.
Yeah.
Now you're grunting.
Now I'm really pulling it back. And the camera guy at the time, I said, hey, I'm going to have to ruin this morning. I think I'm going to try and pull it back in. So I sit down and it goes back in. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then it's coming out. Yeah. And at that point, I look down and it's too dark.
Pull it back in.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Pull it back in.
Sorry.
Yeah. I thought my body was going to get rid of. Nope. So seconds before. It was a bad setup.
Pull it back in.
Give you a second, folks. Give me a second.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is my foot's on the stand, ready to go down, and I look down, and it's still too early to film, so we're going to pass this buck up anyway. Mid-150s, frame.
Yeah.
And I did not care.
Yeah.
He was sitting there. I said, I don't give a shit. I hope you run fast because I'm getting down here. And I move over to, and I found this like this big hollowed out, I don't know what lived in there. It was like an old log. Sat on it like it was a toilet. Boom.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was, but it ruined the hunt that morning.
Yeah.
It sucked, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
There's not a hunter out there in the world that has not played Beat the Clock in the Thicket.
Yeah.
It happens every, I mean,
It's bad.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
It happened to me guiding one time, and I had to jump down, and it was such a panic that I leapt from the platform to the sticks. And when I did, I completely, and you've all been here as well, forgot to unclip my safety harness.
Oh,
yeah.
And when I hit the sticks, and it like,
Yeah.
I was like hanging, and I'm like, oh my God. So then I had to climb back to the platform to get to the harness.
Oh, God.
And then we had that guy in Kansas. I don't know if you guys remember this, but years ago in Kansas, we had some of the guys from PSE were in there.
Yeah.
And where I had Ziggy Marley, I can't remember what the hell we called that stand. Bottom of the Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
He was the way bottom of the Christmas tree. Got down, played Beat the Clock, got halfway back up the sticks, and that frickin' buck came in, and he shot him.
Oh, that's right. Halfway,
He lowered his bow,
Yeah.
got down, went and did the business, was climbing back up the sticks. He turned, he looked, and that deer was like 168 inches.
yeah, it was the heavy one.
Yeah.
Medusa.
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 Deer.
Yeah. I remember that.
Badass deer.
Yeah.
Told him not to shoot him.
Yep. Still shot him.
Still shot him, however, because we were trying to let him get through another.
Yeah, I saw him cross the road that
168-inch
morning.
four-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got anyway. He got halfway back up the sticks, and he looked, and the deer was coming. So he pulled his bow up and shot him from the sticks, almost like a saddle.
Like
type shot.
halfway up. I remember
That doesn't happen to me.
No.
But it did to that guy.
No, that doesn't happen. Early on is the worst because you're still getting your timing down. So it happens to me way more early because I'm in a routine anyway. And then as I feel like your body
Usually turkey season
will
is
take
when
it back in. It'll because
your body accepts
goes,
the early
hey, I got to accept it, and then
movement.
it'll start to maneuver your timing around a little bit. But
God.
It's a common issue.
It hurt. I filled the hood of my my coat up with shit one time. Just ruined the hunt. I just left the coat there and went back. I mean, there's problems out there that happen.
There's the hood.
Yeah. I shit more in the woods in the fall than I actually do in a toilet.
I feel like
I'll
you
be
do
honest.
too. So many pictures of you with half shirts, like so many, like
And you guys-
That shirt's a classic move.
nipple shirt. He'll get undressed, and I'll just look over and be like, "This morning." And he's like, "Oh yeah," he's a half shirt every time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the Brian Bosworth.
"Yeah, he's got the Bosworth rolling."
That happened when I was guiding in New Zealand. Trev did that.
Yeah.
We had these Spanish guys, and he's like, I'm just going to slip around the corner here. I'm going to go look and see what I can find.
Sure.
And I'm like, there's literally nothing over there. Like, I know what it looks like over there. I'm like, that's weird. He comes walking around the corner, sleeve and pocket, both gone. He went for the sleeve first because that was easy, and then he still needed a little bit more, so then he took the pocket. He ripped the pocket off the shirt.
The pocket wiper.
Yeah, the pocket wipe. It's always a classic move, though, when everybody's getting undressed from the hunt.
Oh, yeah.
And you look over, and Jay's
just Bosworth up over there.
Ripped right. There's a picture somewhere. I can see the
Oh,
picture.
I have it.
I can see it in my mind.
He has that Be Alive shirt. It has one, and then underneath it, just Be Alive right here, and it's ripped right on the bottom. Like, I have several of them. For some of us, the hunt never stops. Grizzly understands that more than most. Rugged, reliable, and built to never back down. Whether you're on the trail, by the water, or deep in the dark timber, Grizzly is by your side. Tough enough to take on the wild and ready for whatever you can throw. Grizzly is committed to products that never let you down. Always on the hunt with Grizzly.
Out here in the wild, precision isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity. Leupold Optics is built on the foundation of American craftsmanship, where every features function first. For over a century now, they've combined dedication and technology with a relentless put-it-to-the-test attitude, creating optics that stand up when everything else stands down. When it matters most, you need the best. That's what you get with Leupold Optics. While other companies out there warranty failure, Leupold guarantees performance for life.
Some call it out on the trail. I like to call it the road less traveled. The kind of place where the going gets tough. That's where Tracker Off-Road comes in. Made for those who won't back down. Tracker Off-Road delivers the hardest working machines with the greatest capability at the strongest value in the industry. Built by those who know what it takes and designed for those who don't turn back. Tracker is dedicated to delivering machines that let you get the most out of your day and your dollar. Ready to take on your next adventure? Go with Tracker Off-Road.
Every shot counts. And when it's time to make it count, you want the best. Winchester Ammunition has built its legacy on a commitment to innovation by continuously pushing what's possible. In the heartland of America, the American legend crafts ammunition that's purpose-built, reliable, accurate, and ready to perform no matter how harsh the conditions. Whether you're hunting or shooting for sport, Winchester will be there.
All been there.
You guys have teased me. He teased me season up in the Yukon. Remember that when you teased me? I had to. We climbed. We got to the top.
Oh God, that one was the best because that's when he had altitude sickness at 4,000 feet.
Altitude because I climbed so fast, couldn't adjust.
We got to the pass, and you had to go.
Yeah,
and you walked 400 yards, and we're still in the wide open.
Yeah,
that was the best. He goes, "You guys stay here. I'll be right back." We're in the fucking tundra. Like he just, I'm like, well, you can just shit right there if you want. Like there's no difference. But he walked out there and he sat down and we laughed our asses off at him. And then he came back and he was not feeling. You were not feeling good.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good that day.
You were not feeling good. It was exercise and heights.
That was the day when you go.
It was climbing. The mountain got me.
We're standing there and you're looking around. And instead of like, oh, it's unbelievably beautiful up here, you just, like, I was expecting that to come out, and you go, I mean, I fucking hate heights and I hate exercise. What am I doing here?
My one and only sheep hunt.
That was a classic.
That was fun.
It was good, man.
Oh, yeah, it was a classic. Well,
that hunt will change your frickin', that'll change your life, though.
It did. There's no question. That hunt, man, there's so many ups and downs to that freaking thing. And I was just doing the DIY stuff today.
Yeah.
And you're talking about when you went up on the rock and you got fogged out.
Yeah.
You had your ram the day before. Mm-hmm. You couldn't kill him because the fog came in.
We got all the way up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just the fog just rolled in, and then eventually, I don't mean to interrupt, but when I looked up,
that's the story.
That pastor was standing there after the fog cleared. And
he was tight, looking over top of you. I remember that.
And you and Jameson went up, and Chris and I stayed back. And you were glassing.
Yeah, I was glassing
through the spotting scope, and we had a play-by-play. We could see the top of his head. He was bedded down, and what we didn't know is he had that bad bum wheel.
Yeah.
He had that broken knee.
Yep. He had a big bulge on his knee.
Yeah, and yeah, man. And then you got down that night, and that's when we went all the way back to camp, 4 hours on horses in the complete darkness.
Yeah.
It was I still think you were inches away from hypothermia.
Probably.
Like you were bad. Like we got back to the tent. I remember it was like you got in the bag quick because you got so wet going up there.
I got up in that fog. And when you're in that fog, you get real
you can't
wet.
get away from it.
You get real, like that's like for lack of a better word, that's a soaking. There's just, you're in it, your skin's in it, like everything's in it. There's no escaping it.
It got real, it got cold, and that was a tough one.
Biggest thing about sheep hunting is, like, the way I describe it, if you've never done it yourself, it's the hardest hunt you'll ever do. Like, without a doubt. It's the hardest hunt anybody could ever do, in my opinion. And for me personally, I absolutely hate every second of it, while I love every second of it.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, that's
like
perfect.
It is such a mental, like you're just fighting yourself the whole time to get it done. They've got places over in like NWT where they'll fly you up in the old whirly bird and drop you off up top. But for us, man, we did it horseback style. Stop at the base of the mountain, put the horses in the high willows, and then off we go on foot. And I don't know if you guys have a routine when you're out there, but I do. Like when we're climbing and doing all that shit, it's so weird, but I count my steps.
Yeah, I do a lot of mental stuff like that when I'm doing it. It's not thinking about the hike. I'll do all things like that.
Yeah.
Or I'll count steps, or I'll start rehearsing things in my mind. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
No.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm at the top.
Yeah.
Like I'm the same way.
Allow me to be a robot for the
Yes.
next 2,000 feet.
100%.
You can't think too much about it. You just
No,
gotta.
yeah.
And we always the adage, 1 foot in front of the other,
Yeah.
one step at a time.
Yep.
Like there's no more truth to that when you're on the sheep mountain.
Well, that's when my knee blew out because I had a bum wheel at the time. I got it fixed since then, but that's when I had torn meniscus and coming down. Like up was
You were
good, but
bad.
remember trying to
Took a
come
spill.
down because I couldn't put pressure on my knee. And
Down's
so
the worst.
Coming
That,
down,
yeah.
I was so far behind, and the pain was beyond anything I've ever had. And it was my meniscus was torn.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is awful. And I was stuck out there, and we're on that sheep hunt, but it was like, there's 2 hunts that have emotionally brought me like to a breakdown. The first one ever was the caribou for Ryder's birthday on the very first drop.
Yeah.
The very first Maniac
First one.
caribou was the first time that I had ever been brought to tears on a hunt, like where it was like that was because it was like we did it, right?
Yeah.
We thought of this thing and then we did it. And the second one was your sheep, and I didn't even shoot.
Yep.
But it was your sheep when we were sitting there, and after those days in 9,000 feet or whatever, climbing and doing that stuff and spending time on just the amount of emotion that came out afterwards. Those are the only 2 times that I've actually physically broke down, other than just happiness times of like killed a big deer. But I'm talking like I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
When the gun went off, it was like like the emotion just rolls out of you, and those are special hunts because they're just as mental as they are physical.
Well, and it's it was a group like we're different because there's 4 of us on those hunts. So when there's victory, there's a victory.
Yeah.
And it's shared, whether you're running the camera, whether you're the brother that didn't shoot or whatever. We're all like we all celebrate in that success. And I'll never forget when you killed Maniac on Ryder's birthday.
Yeah.
That was super emotional because I think at the time it was like day 3 of our very first dropped hunt. And we're still trying to figure things out, right? You can only do so much research and there's a lot of pressure too because we had to come through with a series.
Yep.
And we had
saying
never.
you can do it and doing it are 2 different things. But a lot of people believe in the fact that we said we could do it.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like all
sponsors,
right. And
the
then we were
network.
there, and we were dropped, and we had no food, and we were living off the land, and we're like, okay, well now we got to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you rolled him over, and it was like, oh my God, that was unreal.
So side note, 14 years ago today,
Is it really?
because today's Ryder's birthday.
It is.
Unbelievable.
Yep. 14 years ago to the day.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
sure
crazy.
was.
14 years ago today. I'll never hike that far again for a caribou.
That was
Oh my God.
so far.
I'll never hike that far again.
fucking
We
dummies.
learned so much on that
Miserable.
first hunt. I'll never hike that. I think if we'd have just sat there another 20 minutes, another one would
Well, we
walk
did
right through
because
it.
we were most of the way up to Maniac,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
looked down, and like 30 caribou were going down the river,
right down the river.
by camp.
Oh yeah, we didn't understand that Alaskan
I think
style
we just
at
had
that
a lot
point.
of gumption.
Yeah, we
We
did.
did.
We're like, let's go.
We
Yep.
did, and when we watched him for 2 days up there, and he's a massive caribou, and it was like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this, and then I was even wearing face paint, like we were painted, we were
straight
like,
up.
here we go, and you go out that
Fleece.
first one, fleece. I had heavy shit on. It was like, oh my.
That was 2011, man. So much has changed since then. And just
immediately.
technology and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And,
The
you
brim
go
of
in
my
the
hat
first time.
couldn't have been more. It was like a tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like basically
Yep.
in my fat head. It was a whole thing. But man, we did it that day.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
crazy. Today is his
Yeah,
birthday.
14 years ago today.
Right about now, we were sitting on the gravel bar looking at him up there.
Yep.
And
We were about to start to stop.
yeah, we were deciding how we wanted to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. So many vivid memories of that first year. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like and I think part of it is because I put together all the pieces. That I looked at all the footage, every inch of it, and throughout the years, even this last week, I've looked at a lot of that footage, and I can remember, like I've said this before, I could draw the river by hand, every turn of that river, not because I saw the map a lot, because I remember it and we documented it so well.
Yeah.
To put it into context, what Jay's working on right now, we've got, with the launch of the new digital base camp and the content hub, we've started the very first of what will become a big, long, lengthy series of hunt academies. And the first one is DIY Alaska 101.
Yeah.
And so there's 7 modules in this first DIY module, or in this first series. And Jay's been putting B-roll because we've got 14 years or 15, however many years it's been now, of footage to pull from of real world actual scenarios of the shit that we go through, which is a huge part, I think, at least for people looking to go to Alaska and learn. There's resources out there, but none of them are backed up by 14 or 15 years worth of footage in real life, real world scenarios.
Yep.
So, what's it like going through all that old stuff? I mean,
it's wild, man, because when I go through the footage, I immediately go to where I was when that hunt happened.
Yeah.
Like I can feel it. Yep. Like the Yukon felt different than season 1 had dropped.
Mm-hmm.
In season 3, felt different than the other ones. And they all have like this, they take on this different tone, I think, throughout.
Yeah.
And none of them feel the same. Even though the hunt, the location is a lot of times very similar, the hunts always unfold differently, and the situations are different. And what I see is I don't just see what I'm looking at in front of me on the footage. I remember everything behind me that the camera didn't see. I remember like the spot.
you step into that world.
World.
You're not a viewer. You're actually, you're what do they call that, player one or whatever? Like you're in the game.
Yeah, a viewer just sees, a flat screen and what they see, but, we see it. We all do. When we watch those, we see every part of what was shot, what took place outside of that frame. And that's the unique part, I think. When we start going through that footage, man, it's just, you realize how lucky we are to have been able to do that.
Do you guys have this? This is just me personally, but do you guys have this? I'd love to know is when I think back, like we're talking about Maniac. I don't remember Maniac from my point of view to you. I remember my memories in clips, right? So like when I think of Maniac, I think of literally me turning around and going like this and seeing you and the hug.
Yeah.
That's not from my eyes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like I think of the things in clips.
Yes.
Like, cause I see it. I've seen it so many times in the clips and the B-roll and the stuff we've done that like, I'm trying to remember like what it was like from my eyes seeing it, but I don't. I always remember it from the clip, and then I'm emotional about it because I see myself and you and us, embracing. And then like my moose hunt, I remember every single thing about it. But again, when I remember the moose coming out, it's the clip of him walking, and then me shooting, not like from my point of view. It's kind of it's just different. I remember everything in clips, which is kind of it's kind of weird
perspective
because it's like I'm watching myself do the thing, but that's how I remember it. Versus like
that becomes
my memory because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. It's cool to think that. Over all those seasons, because we document these hunts and these adventures and these trips so minutely, we don't miss anything.
Yeah.
I do remember the times, when we're in the tent and it's just we're talking. Like those things off camera,
I do
those are super special, no doubt. But man, when we think about these dropped hunts, I feel like we document them so well that becomes part of your memory.
Yeah.
Because you see it. It so accurately depicts what we see that it is what it is.
It's like the large memories are overtaken by the clips for me, and I remember them in the clips. But then to your point, there's all the time sitting around camp and what we're talking about at the fire, and it's not documented that I absolutely remember. But it's like the clips have superseded some of these large memories, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so because you forget.
When someone asks me about your moose going down the river, I can play that clip out in my head exactly what it did. But I don't remember you and I and looking at you and like, you know what I mean? From that perspective, I remember the clip, and I remember you and I running down because it was documented. So it's pretty interesting to think about.
What do you see? What do you see every time I let that first fish go? What's that look like?
That's a fucking anger. That's a blood pressure. My Garmin goes beep, 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 beep. My blood pressure goes up.
On like Bugs Bunny, when that steak just is like that thought of a steak.
Yeah, it just floats up
the
there.
Little blurb of us. Yeah.
I think the worst one of all the fish was that damn when we did the cog, and that was the year that it got a little showy, got a little produced.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was when it was like, here's one raft, here's like a half a fucking, oar and, a tent, no sleeping bag, all that. And I get why we did that. And at that time, that style was very, very popular and survival and all the other stuff.
It didn't change the way we
It didn't change how we did it, but it was also like
just extra.
It was a lot, right? Because we never got the tent. We never got like certain things. It just was it was an ass beating. That trip, I remember on the bank, because that's where the wolf was at.
Yeah.
On that bank, it was kind of that inside, and you had grayling, and I was like, we're good, like, because we were in the trip, like a couple days into that trip at that point, and you snagged this grayling. Now I didn't know at the time that you had seen like 10 gray, like you were many grayling. I didn't know this, but that was a time where I was hangry, and it was like. I remember like literally like anger was like, I mean, just give me the damn fish. Like, let's eat it. And then you were like,
I think when I said, if I give back, Mother Nature will give back to me, because that's my thought process. You were like, you already fucking gave it to you. It's right there.
That was like, he gave it to you. Like Mother Nature was like, here's a fish. And you were like, I'll give back to Mother Nature. I'm like, why? He just gave us a fish. So like, that's what it is.
There's one in Saskatchewan. You caught a giant laker.
Yeah.
I just looked at that footage this morning. You put that sumbitch back.
Yeah, man.
There's
That
so
one
much fillet.
That one I felt a lot more comfortable
much
with in Saskatchewan, because I'm like, we'll just get another laker.
Yeah.
But when you're on these little tiny rivers, and grayling are one thing, because they'll just eat about anything shiny that you can put at them if you can get them if you can find them. And you found a pocket of them. Oh. I didn't know that until after. And then literally like 3 casts later, he was like, well, what about this one? And I was like, oh, you
and
found
then
a
it was
pocket.
like,
and then
this one.
And he's like, and then here, eat this one and eat this one. And I was like, okay,
I'm looking forward to that this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get some grayling in the boat.
Going back to the sheep thing, I was thinking, like, last time we filmed dropped. I don't know if you guys remember sitting by the tent, but we were looking, there were sheep way up.
Yeah, they were up on that peak.
The first thought that went through my head is, I'm so glad I'm not up there. Like, I'm so glad I'm down here.
Because
so
far
the
up
weather, I don't know if you guys paid attention, I'm sure you did, but the weather up there compared to what we had down at base camp.
Yeah.
Every morning you get up and it's snow covered and nasty, and we couldn't see the sheep, and then it would kind of melt through the course of the day. Oh, there's the sheep. And then they'd go away by the next day, and it was just brutal. But that's the other part about sheep hunting that I think is just wild, is advantage sheep. All the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to go that way.
Yeah, they got you.
I mean, they're up there staring at you.
Yeah.
The whole time.
They got the elevation advantage.
Yeah.
on you.
There is no real element of surprise or secrets, except for, if you guys remember, we got up on the band of rams.
Band of 10, yeah.
We got up on the band of rams and we popped that ridge top. We had the element of surprise there. That was probably, of all the trips and of everything that we've done, that was one of the most surreal kind of, I'd say 18-hour windows that I've ever had in the backcountry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was, I mean, the first climb is not your advantage. The advantage is once you get over the top and then you drop drop the glass down, and that's your advantage. At that point, you finally have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to get to the top. But we stayed on the mountain that night.
Well,
all the way to the top.
I missed a call last night from Mikey. He's out. Mike's
He's out right now.
So so the fact that it came through, and Mike Passalia is, obviously we've talked about him on the podcast. He went in for sheep again.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping he got his grizz, because he needed that for the 29. Yeah. So I'm anxious to hear, but I know he's 5 hours behind, so we're not. I'm going to call him today. He's in Alaska. He's in the Brooks.
Alaska. Okay.
Yeah, he went in the Brooks. Northern Brooks, above where we're going to be at, but not too far. I was looking at the river where he's at.
Can't go too far and be in the North Slope.
Yeah, he was up towards that versus like where we're at in there. But we looked at the river. I mean, he probably flew over where we had to go, where we were going to be, just because of where he had to go. So I'm excited to hear what he has to say, because I'm sure there's going to be a story tied to it in some way, shape, or form.
Always is.
He'll have a story.
They're dropping them right now. I don't know if you guys saw Logs killed an absolute
massive
hammer fanning the other day.
Yeah.
13-and-a-half-year-old, just an ancient
client did.
Yeah. I mean, this thing was.
They probably killed it right in the wheelhouse.
That ram was a dude. Like,
Yeah.
I looked at that sheep and I'm like, that is an awe. Like he's just, you could just tell he's just ancient.
Yeah.
So super cool.
Well, I got a feeling that this year, moose wise, we have intel on this area from years of stuff and everything else. And we've got so much more, ability. Well, I should say we have the ability now for patience because we understand why they're and how they're moving through these valleys. Right?
The confidence that is there.
And it's not a matter of, are we going to see a moose, right? This is just a matter of like, okay, is it the right opportunity to go for that moose or get this done? And so I'm excited about that. And we're literally this time next week, we'll be in. We'll be in. And so
can't get there fast enough.
Yeah, I can't get there fast enough. So
in regards to that, I did some gear upgrades. It has been a very long time.
So talk about the change of gear since 2011 to now 2025.
Dude, it's
crazy.
It is the change in just materials and weight and durability and all of that stuff is insane to see.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first started doing this, I mean, it was like, you guys remember, we were hodgepodging shit from different industries, from mountain climbing and technical gear. And I mean, we were pulling anything and everything we could pull to go out there and have shit that was going to last for at least a month while we take this on. And nowadays, there's some companies that are doing some really incredible things.
Yeah.
I know in the back of my mind, I've got, I mean, even with the upgrades that I've done, I've still got like, well, they thought of 70% of it, but they missed the last 30.
Yeah.
So I've got some killer ways I think that we can improve on some of that stuff. But when it comes down to the gear, like it just gives you the opportunity, like you're talking about, where, okay, I know where the moose is, or I know where the caribou are, whatever animal it might be. Do I have the gear that's going to allow me to go get this job done in a safe and ethical and in the right manner? And without a doubt, we do now. We always have, but it's never been, I guess, as simplistic as it is now.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because of the upgrades and the advancements in gear. So super pumped for that.
I think it's amazing. Like, we used to pack for dropped, and it would take me, weeks to go through, and then you have to think about what you have to leave because stuff was bulky. It was just. And now I'm looking at my stuff, and I'm like, and I've definitely got it way more organized now. But I'm looking at it like, I could have this packed in about 15 minutes, and I don't need that big of a bag. Like, I don't need that or this because of some of the advancements in other gear. Or maybe you were bringing 2 of something, where now you're like, well, this one's good enough to not have to bring that thing. And it's just that kind of stuff where I've just slimmed it way down to the point where I'm like, man, I could go in light. Like if we really, really, really wanted to, it'd be super light, and you would have everything you need, right? And there's just some staples out there that you'd never leave without. But you could damn near build a high pry bag and just have it, and that I'd be like, I'm good. Like I have the stuff in there. The lightweight materials, to your point, it's like this. Even the metal stuff has changed into the aluminum and the different things they're doing. The tents, the tarps, all the things are changed, and it's pretty impressive. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Wherever your adventure takes you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsites to the lake and the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Instinct, Redhead, and Natural Reflections, they've got the apparel and the gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's stores. Your adventure starts here. All right, let's talk about beer for a second. You ever notice there's a big difference between Busch Light drinkers and other beer drinkers? I like to say we live on the wild side. A guy with a Busch Light in his hand, he's a man of the people. He's out there in the wild every day. He's in the trenches smashing bushies with a smile on his face. You know why? Because he doesn't care. He's not looking for a soulmate. He just needs something to wash that damn jerky down. And he's got himself a 12-pack of Freedom in a can. And when that can gets cracked, it's like opening a door to a whole different world. It's just a vibe. And if you haven't felt it, you should. So go grab yourself a case of bushies, give them a rip, and take a walk on the wild side. You've got things that matter. Memories, heirlooms, documents, firearms. And we all know that life is unpredictable. At Winchester Safes, they make sure life's unpredictable moments don't take those things from you. They use state-of-the-art methods that refuse to sacrifice quality. They put everything they have into their products, offering proven protection and peace of mind. There's only one safe company worthy of the title, the American Legend, and that's Winchester Safes. Follow at Winchester Safes or learn more on winchestersafes.com. I've got all of our camp gear. Jay and I were rapping about this before we jumped on here. So you guys, the camp bag that we always have.
Yeah.
Right? I've got all of our camp gear, which includes all our meat bags, all our game bags, the meat care kill kit, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got it in a 3,500 frame pack, and it's not even half full.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant by like, you don't need, like we were taking a 6,000.
It's wild.
And then you have your hunt pack. And I'm like, and I've got this one this year where I was going to test out this metal frame, and I'm debating on it because I'm like, it's going to be damn near half empty. When I'm just like, I don't know if I need that right now. It's like, I might just bring the metal frame and something else and just have it and not take that bag. Cause I'm like, I don't think I'm going to need that much space.
Yeah. It's cool. Know? It's cool to, it actually is cool to know you're going in with way less, but way more prepared. Mm-hmm. I think, because I think back to the first few years we did it, just the multiple clothes that you'd bring, 3 pair of pants, at least me, I'd bring, 3 pair of pants, multiple base layers. You don't need all that. You realize you really just wear 1 pair of pants. Mm-hmm. You have 1 rain setup and some layers. Yep. And that's pretty much it. 1 pair of gloves, a warm hat. But where things, get interesting is production gear. Yeah. Because, that's always solar. We're in the Brooks range. We're in Anwar. You got to run solar. There's no motorized anythings. So the solar gear alone is 70 pounds. Yeah. There's no way to get around it. We can't create without charging shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is always a deal, obviously rafts, those are what.
But even the advancement in that, I mean, now we have a solar generator that we can take in, and it's about 50 pounds, this thing, but the amount of charges we can get off of it, the amount of things we can do, and then the ability to have the solar mats where we would just roll them out. Mm-hmm. Now, with the Jackery type stuff, just a little bit of sun, and just the solar advancement, right? On
they're better. I mean, we used Brunton mats for the first. Hell, we even used them last time we went.
They still work.
Yeah, they still work, but they're not as. They don't have as much. They don't push as much energy as the new Jackery solar mats, and they just don't pull as much. Nope. But we had 4. We daisy chained them together, and together we made it work. Yeah. But there's some sketchy times. Yeah. There's no doubt. But batteries last longer now. As far as cameras and lenses and all that stuff, we got that figured out. Yeah. Things are smaller, no question. I'm not bringing as much backup stuff as we used to. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of backups, and then he had backups for backups because you're so freaked out, that something's going to go wrong. Hell, hard drives, the IOSafe hard drives, those were damn near 8 to 10 pounds because we had 5 of them, 1 terabyte IOSafe drives the first time we went in. Now we've got little SSD drives that weigh as much as a freaking hearing aid, and you can throw,
I think the crazy part about those is when it comes to like power consumption,
the weight reference to a hearing aid is fucking wild. That's light. So light that a hearing aid of all things. Yeah,
the old school ones. They're bigger.
Oh, power consumption,
which I need.
So an IOSafe, to move a terabyte of footage on an IOSafe through USB used to take hours upon hours.
Yeah. 64 gigabyte drive. Yeah. A 64 gigabyte card is what we had on those EX1s back in the day. Going from an S-by-S reader into that drive computer, it was a good 40 minutes to push that one card over. And this is all HD footage, not 4K.
Battery on the laptop. You know what I mean?
Everything had sucked down. We have, 160, roughly 160 gig cards now. You fill both of those up. It takes about 8 minutes to go to push 300 and 50 gigs of footage onto your SSD drive and another 8 minutes to back it up. So you're, for a full day, you might have 30 minutes of DIT time in organization, where before I'd start right when we got in the tent, and literally everyone would be sleeping, and I'd still be looking at that. God dang, because I can't go to sleep until it's backed up and done. Like, it just needs to be done the right way. That's everything. But now it makes it, your mind is so much more clear because you can do something and you don't have to wait 30 minutes. Be like, okay, what card went where?
You finish it.
You finish
8 minutes and it's done.
It's done. It's so nice, man.
I don't know if anybody ever has tried DIT out there. I hate it.
Oh yeah.
It's such a because then I look at them like, did it all go over? And then you're doing the old get info and checking sizes. Okay, that one's as many gig as that one.
And only I can do it. I only trust myself. And I have a method that everything's a method, and you have to be locked in mentally when you do this out there, because when you're backing it up, you got to name things the right way. You got to check, and then check. If you got check here, is that the same size as this? And this is everything's got to match up. And then before I delete it, I'll check one last time. I'm like, until I format the card. It's like, oh, wait a minute, what card was that again? You got to put it back in, make sure, because you delete, it's gone.
If you've ever hit format, you know that is the most nerve-wracking.
Terrible.
You're like, okay, here it goes. I swear to God, I hope we have this. And you do.
It's
just a matter of
double checking.
I really hope so. Hit that format button. That's just, it just goes to show you, if there's one thing I'm a big fan of, especially in hunting, it's just that relentless innovation to make better shit and to do things better. And even in the last 2 to 3 years, the advances that have come from, camera equipment, from gear, from hardware, all that type of shit, all the way across into the hunting side. It's gonna be cool having all that stuff. This year. So.
Well, it's getting there, man. I'm excited. We got a week and we're there. We got a lot to do in a very short period of time. This month has been incredibly jammed with us launching the digital base camp, getting that up and running. It's been incredible just to see it. It's only been live for 4 or 5 days. Last night I saw people in there in the community that were in there. Hey man, I'm from Missouri. This is I'm chatting with. It's like, all right, this is just getting going. So we're excited about that. I'm excited right now. Honestly, I'm going to see my daughter. She's at college. We dropped her off. I'm going to see her on Friday before we go.
You haven't seen her for 2 weeks?
I haven't seen her for 2 weeks, which is that's long. I mean, she goes to whatever golf camp and stuff, but so going to see her one last time before, and it's funny, man, how the times have changed. You know this because Gibbs, obviously, he's in college too. But I'm like, hey, first she said, come on over on Sunday. I'm like, come over on Sunday. I'll spend the day with you. And she's like, and then she calls me and goes, I think I might be going to Michigan State, and so I'll come back. I said, well, how about if I come Friday? She's like, that's great. So I said, I'll get out of your hair about 5 or 6 o'clock. She's like, oh, good. The SAEs are having a party. I'm like, God. She's like, the SAEs are throwing. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
They're throwing.
Okay. All right.
I like that. I might use that.
So I'm like, but I remember what it was like being in college and going there's a big party I want to go to. Sorry, mom and dad, but it's just crazy. So I am excited to go see her for a couple hours and then it's like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Shooting your bow, gonna shoot the gun, the things that I haven't done right now. I mean, I've shot my bow normal, but just the little things, the gear checks, the double checks, all this stuff. And at some point, I don't know if you guys are this way, I won't put anything in a bag until the day before.
Yep.
So the day before into the night before is when it all goes in. So right now it just is you want to always look at it everywhere. The batteries are here. I'm making a list. I got to make the run here to get this thing. And then eventually when I feel like it's all there, that's when I'm like, now I'll put it in the bag. But I can't say, well, that bag's full. Because then I'll unpack, you're talking about the formatting of the card. Yeah. I'm like, did I? And I'll unpack. And then I'll have to. So I have to have it all laid out. And then the night before I go out there and boom, it's packed. And I'm like, we're ready.
That's how I operate too. This is so weird, but I will pick away at shit. Not necessarily even pick away. I will go, and I did whatever a couple weeks ago I started. I just went and boom, throw everything. Okay, here we go. This is what I got. I won't pack it though. But my mind, and the older I get, the more I understand how my brain works. My brain works best when it's okay, now it's time to do this. Go do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was to set stuff aside for a long time,
I can't do that.
I don't operate that way. My brain is like, it's time to go, pack your shit.
Well, I can't do the final until I know that I have everything. So the packing thing is, for me, is like when you're setting it out, it's like, okay, there's my in reach, there's my spoon, there's my, like, I'm doing the things, and then I'll be like, okay, I still need to get X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So I can't pack. I can't do it until I literally look at everything and I go, everything I need is off my list. Then I can actually put it together. I can't, but other than that, like that, to your point, that's the time where I can go in and say, okay, it's ready to go.
When do you think, after doing this for so long, that it would just come natural, which it does to a certain extent, but it also doesn't, because you can't take anything for granted. Like, we have this bitch usually fine-tuned and planned down to a T as far as like what it takes to get out there. So, and that's all some of the stuff that we've compiled and put into a lot of the Hunt Academy, you know, to help people through the packing process, because she can be a beast.
And I'm looking forward to the first morning in Fairbanks with coffee and it's cold. Jameson sent a text. He's in the bush right now. He sent a text and said, it's 44 degrees here this morning. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But we go to the storage unit, and because up there we have our rafts, we have the big stuff. And so that day is just so fun for me, of just blowing everything up, and we're sitting around having coffee, and you're just gear checking, and you already know your personal stuff's good, but like now we're getting into the bigger stuff, and then it's like, all right, there's the list, last minute run, and then, man, that last night is have a good meal, and let's get her done. Like, let's go.
The first week we're there, high of 42 all week.
It's fucking
it's gonna be boys. It's going to be wonderful.
We're going to hit it right.
Wonderful. We got it's going to be something this year, fellas. I'm excited about it. I just can't wait.
I can't wait.
I'm there.
What we do a podcast next week? What's the podcast? We have some ideas that we're thinking about here.
Yeah. Well, we've got a couple of backlog stuff that we've done. Chris has done. We've got some really cool interviews that we've got backlogged that we're kind of in the can that we're going to drop while we're gone. But the other thing that is going to be entirely different this year that we've never tried before is we are going to go out, because we've got Jackery and we've got some ways to power shit. We're going to take Starlink with us. And we're going to see if we can actually just kind of go live from the field, and maybe even, record a podcast from the field and all that kind of stuff.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Listen,
freaking awesome.
Like, okay, so I'm fucking torn. Part of me is like, leave that damn thing behind. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. And then part of me is like, actually, if we could open that up for people and be able to share it, it's going to be, it would be, I would watch. I'd be like, I want to see that.
It's a look in. I think I was the same way. It defeats the purpose of disconnecting to reconnect. But we also can only turn it on for so long. So it's like, if we can run it for 30 minutes in the morning and we can give updates from the field, I would be paying attention to our Instagram channel and things and inside the app, because we're going to be going live and we're going to be talking to everybody and showing what's going on. And so, I think that's going to be a different element, and that's where technology's at right now. And as much as I was very torn as well. And then I'm like, man, if we fire it up for 30 minutes and then in the evening, 30 minutes, and just kind of figure out what's going on in the world, it's totally different.
Well, I mean, we long left we do this for ourselves and ourselves only out the door 20 years ago when we invited the world into our stories. And I feel like we owe them every chance we can to inspire them to get out there and do what we're doing. If we can do it in that way, even if it's a half hour a day, let's do it, man.
And to your point earlier, we got Louis. He's going to lug heavy shit for us.
Yeah. I think back. I'm like, man, I was so young during that first drop. I was 35, man. It's not like I was young.
Yeah, no.
Like, I never have been in the mountains when I've been in my 20s. Like, can you imagine that?
I was.
You were?
That was fun.
I was.
That was endless.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's totally different now. But, again, that goes back to some of these amenities. We've proven it over and over again. Dropped is, there's always been this thing around, like, it's a survival show, it's a hunting show, it's, we're doing the certain things. And we've done it without food. We've done all the different variations. And I think where we're at now is the story.
Yeah.
The story is we're going in for an extended period of time, a long period of time, and we're going to show the ups, the downs, the way that we document. And I think that's what Dropped is about. And inspiring people, to your point, to say, I want to do that someday. because you are a changed person when you come out of there, no matter what.
No doubt.
I don't care who you are, if you're going through something, doing it, whatever. You do this trip, you will be a changed person.
Yep.
I got a text this morning from Robo.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even Alaska, but he got the chance to go spend some time in the mountains, just kind of out, off grid last fall. And literally this morning, the text said, I got to go back. That trip changed my life forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part I want to let people in on.
Yeah.
That's the part I want people to see and to feel and be able to be like, I got to go do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, because it absolutely 100% is.
It's the wild places, man. They change your life.
Yep.
That's it. And we are T-minus like 6 days from this. So we've been talking on this podcast for about a month about launching everything. We launched it. We're extremely happy with where it's going. Thank you guys for the support. Continue to go. Tell your friends about it. Download the app. Join that brotherhood. And
rate us in the App Store.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it sucks, say it sucks.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. And, you know, this is new. This is new in the industry that we're in. Yep. And so we're excited to see where this can go, and all the support of our partners along the way wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And now we're getting ready to hit, you know, our favorite time of year, which is the time we get dropped and that plane flies away. Yep. So it's game on, man.
Game on.
It's game on, man.
Stay tuned for next week. Like you said, we're going to probably launch a few cool interviews and some other stuff along the way, and then pay attention over the next month, because we're going to be on our Instagrams and lives and trying to do what we can, provided that our setup works. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in October.
See you in October.
See ya.
Mama say it's a new day song.